everybody, this is Bonnie from Bonnie's Creative Place, and I welcome you if you're new. Thank you for popping in, and if you would hit the subscribe button and the little bell below so that you will be able to watch my future videos, I would really appreciate that. Today we are going to be making this card right here. Isn't it just stunning? On our demonstrator's website, there was a lady named Angela Wilson Meyer, I think, or Mayer, and she made a card very similar to this. I changed a few things up because I didn't have what she had, and I added a few other elements and did a few things different. But I just loved it, and she did such a beautiful job. I just wanted to case it. So that's what today's video is about this card that Angela made. I'm not really sure how she did it, so I was just going off from a picture, but it was very stunning. So this is how I did my card. I will make sure I have her name, definitely will be linked below. If I can find her, like if she has a web address or something, I will definitely link that below too. So let's get started on how I made this card. But before we start the card, I want to let you know a few things that are going on in the Stampin' Up! World. First of all, this is my website if you would like to order with me. It's Bonnie's Creative Place, stampingup.net, and my hostess code for the month of July is CWHG2CVY. So that's one thing. The other thing I want to tell you is bonus days begin. If you're unfamiliar with what bonus days are, Stampin' Up! Has done these in the past, and it's for every $50 you spend, $5 coupon. Now, the other thing that I want to mention to you is I'm just giving you a little sneak peek. Now, I know this doesn't look great because my ink was starting to run out. I have new ink, but I already had this printed, so I said I'm just going to use it for you guys. But I am doing my July On class workshop, and it's with the Celebrate Sunflower bundle. So if you want to get my class for free, you will get all the information, supplies, everything that I used for this class. Then you have to order the Sunflower bundle by July 10th, which is this coming Friday. So if you order it by July 10th, I will send you everything, the kit and all that stuff in the mail, and in the kit it'll tell you the date that we're going to go live, and we go live and I help you walk through card by card and we put it together. So that's why it's an online July workshop. So this is my online July class workshop. It's using the Celebrate bundle. There's other supplies and things that I use, special inks and stuff. You can use your own, but if you want some of the special inks or anything that I used, then message me, email me. My email will be in the link below, and I will get you what the other supplies are that you may want if you want your cards to look exactly like mine. Now, lastly but not leastly, this is a lot better picture. If you order from me in July, doesn't matter what you order from me in July, you will get this free tutorial from our Cratiology team. 18 pages long, step by step, on how we made these cards or 3D items. And so you will get a copy of this for everybody that has ordered from me in the month of July. Now that's all the Stampin' Up! News. So now let's get on with the fun stuff, how I made this beautiful card. Okay, so first of all, we're going to bring in the base. The base card here is Mint Macaroon or Macaron, however you want to say that. And it is 5.5 at 8.5, and we scored it at 4 1/4. And I'm going to use my bone folder to really score this down. Then, put this over here. Then the next thing is a piece of Whisper White that is 3 1/4 by 5.5, and this is the piece we're going to do some stamping on. I've done some of this work ahead of time because there's a lot of cutting and stuff, but I will explain to you what I used in everything as we're going along. So on this, we ended up using 2 different stamp sets for this and the framelits. I used the Forever Ferns for this, and I ended up using an oldie but goodie, a Butterfly Gala. So this is the stamp I use for the butterflies. But if you have other butterflies or another butterfly punch, you're more than welcome to use that. I just wanted the butterflies out of this set. So this is the fern set that I used. And so let's get started on this. In that set there was, I should have showed you, there's these little dotsy things right here. And I wanted to add some of them around my card. I got to bring in my scrap paper. And the ink I'm using is Rich Razzleberry. Now when you stamp with Rich Razzleberry, it's dark, like really dark at first, but then it lightens up. So I wanted these little dots that were going to be on the back of this page, I wanted them to be very light. So this is what I did. I stamped them and then I went 1, 2, 3. And then I just randomly stamped them. 1, 2, 3. And then I did it again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And I think I'll put one right about there. Let me see. I think that looks good. I got that one a little darker. I pushed down just a tad bit too hard, but it's okay. So that's what I did for my background so far, but I want to show you how I did the butterflies. So I went ahead and I took black Memento ink and I stamped this up. And I went ahead and I stamped it on a piece of scrap Whisper White or whatever ink paper you want. And then I had this. So I went ahead and I took a dauber that I used for my purples and I dabbed it in Rich Razzleberry. And I'm stamping some of this off because I don't want it real dark in the beginning. So then I'm just going to sponge on this. And that looks a little dark and it looks crazy. But I'll tell you, it'll look better when we're all done. And then I'm just going to ever so lightly, I'm doing outward more and slowly coming in. Because I want some of the lightness looking in. And I do the same thing on the top. And it might be better to sweep outward maybe. Then I'm going to do the same thing with the mint macaron or macaroon. And I'm just ever so lightly like dabbing and sponging and just trying to get it, you know, sweeping a little darker in the center. I stamp off and I'm just kind of doing the whole light thing. So it looks like that. And boy, does that look like a mess. Well, then I took, there's a butterfly punch that comes with this. So, oops, I must have some sticky on my scrap paper. So then I took and I put this in here, and then I'm going to punch them out. And then I went ahead and I took this Rich Razzleberry, and I sponged the outside of these really good at the end, so it looked really good and dark and rich, and it looked like a different tone going in. And then I did the same thing on this side. I just went and sponged them in really good. So it looks like that. And then I also did the same thing with the little one. Right on the outside edge, I sponged these really well. And I'll bring them up closer so you could see them in the palm of my hand, because sometimes it's just better. See, aren't they how I made, oops, how I made the sides a little darker by sponging, and then it looks lighter. So that's what I did for that. Then to get the black, there is a in this set there is some little body parts that you can stamp. I don't know where my body parts went. My butterfly body parts flew away, I guess, and are gone. So I ended up just taking a basic black blend, and I just went, because there is a body outline here, and I just colored the head in. And after I got done doing that, I went down and I colored the bottom part where a body would go. And that's where you would normally stamp. Like I said, I don't know where my bodies went, but my bodies are gone. So that's how I did that. So now I got full, wonderful looking butterflies. Okay, so we're going to set that aside. So now what I had gone ahead and did was I used this die that comes in the die set, this one, and I cut out a vellum. You just need one. So I cut out one vellum. So I did that. Then I took this one and I cut it out in mint macaron. So we have a die for that. Then I stamped this with the stamp that comes in the leaf set. And I stamped that, and then I cut it out with the die. And then let's see, I did this one. I stamped this one also, and then there's a die for that, and I cut it out. And then I also did one of these, and I did it in this out in Mossy Meadow. So I did one of them, and then I did one of these crazy looking. And all these dies come in that kit. And of course, I've got a butterfly set down here. So I did all that. Scrap a paper back in. And I'm going to zoom you in maybe a little bit so you could see this a little better, what I'm doing. All right. And then I took the blend pen and I took it in Mossy Meadow Dark. And then I just went around and I just kind of colored in the tips, went down the sides a little bit. Okay, let me zoom you back out or I'll forget. All right. So now we're going to put the card together. So we're going to bring this piece over. Let's get rid of this purple before I end up putting my card into it. All right, throw that away. So I'm going to put this on my grid, and then I'm going to use the new Stamp and Seal. And they say to have a light hand with this, and I have better luck. I honestly have better luck with the Stamp and Seal Plus. I'm not sure, but I'm learning. When I figure out the tip, I will definitely pass it on. I love this stuff. It sticks very well, and it's better than our old one, so I don't want to act like I'm complaining, but I think people might see me in my videos like I'm struggling with it, and I don't want you to think that I'm struggling with it neither, because I'm not. So, okay, so I got this piece on here. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to cut off this leaf right here. We're just going to cut it off so it looks like that. So now we got that leaf off. We don't really need this really long stem, so we'll trim that too. Then we're going to take mini glue dots. I love these little things. And we're going to put one on the bottom there. I just kind of pick some that were closer to the bottom because some of these get covered up and then you don't see them anyways. So I end up putting just 3 on that, and I just kind of eyeballed it where I thought I wanted it to go. Now you have that little piece right there that wants to stick up. Take a tiny, tiny bit of liquid glue and just rub it on the back of this. This is getting to be an empty one, so I have to be very, very careful. So I don't want to get too much. And then, oops, and see, I think it was there and I didn't even see it. Okay, I don't want to touch it no more. I'm getting a little ink on there. But it will dry. And you can do the same thing to these, but some of these will end up sticking down because of the other flowers that I end up putting on. So now we're going to go in, because you won't see behind them, and we're going to put more glue dots on the backs of these flowers. So then I got this one, and I am going to end up cutting this leaf out right here. And I go this way. And I end up cutting this leaf right off also. So now I have this. Oops, I didn't cut this one very good. There we go. And this can still be used for another card. You just have to fix it up. So save it. Don't throw it away. And I'm going to put this one right about here. And again, I'm going to put this on the back of it this time. Okay. I'll put that one right about there. Then I got this one, the one that looks like little berries. So now I'm going to put this piece of vellum that we cut off the other one. I'm going to put that piece down now. And then I have this little guy, and this is not even, so I put one on one side and one on the other. So I have one that says 4 and one that has one that's 5. And I'm just going to put the 5 one down. And then I will put the 4 one down. And then I took this long one and I cut it in half. Now, you could have, I could have used the one from the other one, but I wanted you guys to see. So now we're going to get to the butterfly. And what I did for the butterflies was I took some Stampin' Dimensionals because I want these to raise up off the page a little bit. Now, one of the other things that I did was I took a scrap piece of paper over here. This one looks like it'll work. And I ended up stamping the little hello right out of the, it comes with this leaf set. And I stamped hello right here. May need to use a piece of Post-it paper with this one. So I will get a piece of that. And okay. And then I'm going to take this little, can't remember the name of this punch. I'll have to make sure I put it in the description box below. And I'm putting it all the way over so that I get the hello, the point on one end. And I'm going to punch it out. Now I know this piece is still here, but we could peel it right off. And then I'm going to use my silicone mat and use my lovely Stampin' Seal. And I'm going to tuck this right there, and it says hello. Now, the last thing I did, now these gems are some that I had that were, they're older gems. Use them up, but they do have lovely colors in the catalog that you can use for this. And this is Rich Razzleberry, but there's ones you can get and you can color them with your blends so they're clear. And then you just color them with your blends, and that works wonderful too. So, and I'm sure you guys that have saw my videos before no, that is what I have done. So that is the card. I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see them a little bit better. What do you guys think? Aren't they gorgeous? I mean, they are just lovely. And like I said, the lady that did one, she had some like wood elements and stuff, and I didn't have that. So, oh, I didn't do my Winka Stella. Oh, wait. I don't think that one's it. It's this one. I ended up putting Winka Stella on the ends of these. Of course, I did that before I did some on the ends of my butterfly. Went like this. Up here on this one. Oh, yeah. So that's what I did. And I'll bring it up close. I hope you can see the Winka Stella. I hope you're getting, oh, there maybe a little bit. Maybe this one will be better. But yeah. So I did that on all the cards, and that's it, everybody. So I really appreciate you guys and all your support. If you could give me the likes or thumbs up or anything, share my video, that goes a long way too. So thanks for stopping by, everybody. Bye-bye.